Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Taboo with your girl Shari. Now, today, I'm excited about today. I am coming to you straight from my bed on a Wednesday evening, straight off of the slave ship. So, excuse the setting, but it is what it is, whatever. I got something to say, so I'm gonna talk today. But anywho, so today the topic that I have, I feel like this music is loud, is what I feel like. But I feel like this topic is very, very, very controversial. So I really, truly wanted to put out my perspective on it. Like I say, I want you guys to leave more expanded or thinking more outside of the box than when you came. But I also would like to know a lot of people's perspective on this topic because I just saw 111 every time, and I just saw 1111 on the TV too. But either way it go, that's neither here nor there. But this is a topic that I feel like I really want to know a lot of people's perspective. I really want to know what you feel. And so the topic of today is coincidences. Do they exist or don't they? So, if you don't believe in coincidences, you are like me and you believe that everything happens for a reason. And um, oh, that's what I was talking. Okay, that I was sorry, guys. I was reading my notes here, but I guess I could start the topic off with um, I can stop. I can start the topic off. I mean the discussion off with an example, so that we can all be on the same page. So a coincidence or everything happens for a reason. The other day, I just made a video, literally, and me, I'm the type I watch. I like to pull tarot cards, book a tarot reading with me if you would like. I will put my email in the description. But again, neither here nor there, distracted and shit. But I be watching other tarot readers as well. And so I was watching this tarot reader who I've been watching for a long time. And if you watch my videos, or if you're going to watch the last video that I just put up about what is it, the lifestyle, your lifestyle, or comparison, or whatever. In that video, I was literally had an example about pizza, and I was just like, don't walk through the door with no bullshit ass Little Caesars. At least get the damn kids some Papa John's or whatever. So I'm watching his tarot reading, and this is just how energy works to me. I don't feel like anything is ever a coincidence, but it's always confirmation, and it's awesome as fuck when you receive it. It's the evidence for me. That's literally my favorite line. But so yeah, in the video, he's all like, yeah, just like with pizza, he's like, I feel passionate about pizza. He's like, so it's like bullshitting yourself and giving yourself the short end of the stick and getting a shitty pizza where you can get a really good piece of pizza, and then finally you taste that really good piece of pizza and you're like, oh yeah, I'm never going back to the shitty pizza ever again. Whatever the case may be. But either way it go, the fact that he made a comparison to shitty pizza and good pizza, or high quality pizza, and I made a comparison to the shitty pizza and the high quality pizza, and then I just so happened to click on his video and watch, and you know what I mean, just to try to observe. To me, that wasn't a coincidence. To me, that happened for a reason. So to me, I'm super analytical, so I always ask questions. Why would that happen? Like, what was the reasoning for that, or whatever the case may be. But instantly, I had to pause the video, and I wrote on the comment, OMG, this is speaking directly to me, because woo wop the bam. I feel like that was a confirmation. So then I continue to play the video, or whatever. And then he says some other things, like other things spot on, just like that, like just like that same coincidence says some other things. Like, and then I'm like, okay, at this point I know for a fact it's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? It's the evidence, it's the confirmation. That shit is awesome. So what else? What is the other example that I had? But I can't read my writing. It's fucking crazy. But either way it goes. So I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Now, this goes back to, I like to mesh a lot of things together, and it's not even just because you gotta mesh a lot of things together. It's because literally everything always fucking ends up, you know what I mean, back to square one. So everything to me goes back to your alignment and being in alignment. So what that means to me, I can't tell you what being in alignment means to anyone else, but what that means to me personally, I feel like being in alignment is being in a good place of thought, a good place of emotion, you know, a nice balanced, harmonized space in your life, and in your mental and in your physical and in your spiritual, nice and balanced. And it's where you're healthy and you have nice ideas coming through, you have the energy to pursue the ideas that you have coming through, or say just something random like you are in alignment or balanced enough to where your intuition is on point. So you're like sitting here chilling, and you're like, okay, let me just go take myself out for dinner. I deserve that. So then you go take yourself out for dinner. And as you sit down and you're ordering yourself a glass of wine, some just random producer or whatever the case may be is sitting down at the bar too, and he's like, oh, and he noticed you doing something or whatever, and he says something, and you basically meet somebody and you guys can collaborate, but this person knows so much more than you, so they can teach you so much. Like, it's just like being at the right place at the right time, seeing the right person or interacting with the right person, or being receptive enough to be able to receive different opportunities or blessings. That's to me what being in alignment is. And that to me is why I feel like everything happens for a reason, because I feel like when you're not alignment, something happens to either give you a wake up call or either let you know that, you know, because it triggers an emotion or whatever in you, and it lets you know that this is not, you know what I mean, this is not what I would like to happen. Whether it's a good coincidence, a negative coincidence, or a positive, you're like, what the hell? This happened to show me a red flag, or this happened, you know, this was confirmation. But or it's a good one, and you're like, oh my god, I randomly, I didn't feel like coming out tonight, but something kept telling me to come to this place tonight, and then here I am, and then I meet the love of my life. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's, everything happens for a reason. I feel like that's being in alignment. That's also divine timing. But yeah, I also feel like with this conversation, I can kind of, I apologize if I keep looking down. Y'all know my little handy dandy. I'll be looking down at it just because I'll be writing little notes sporadically when I think about things, because otherwise I'll forget, because my mind runs 1,000 miles a minute, and it sucks. Suffering from thinking. I wish it would stop. But this also brings me to kind of the same idea of fate. Like, do you feel like fate, like, do you feel like things are fated, or do you feel like you control your fate or destiny? Me personally, this is just so interesting. I can't wait till I find my freaking soul. And right before this, I set intention that cause I can't wait until I just get my soul tribe all together and we can just discuss this type of shit, because I just, nights like this No, but seriously, nights like this, I like to chill and talk to, talk to people who can stimulate my mind and help me think more. I don't like to have boring, shallow conversation. But either way it go, do you think that you think that you can control your destiny? I feel like you definitely can control your destiny. But do I feel like things are fated? Like certain things are fated? I do. I feel like say you're meant to meet a certain person, right? I feel like say like okay, say this is the lifeline. Let's use this remote. This is the lifeline. Say you're meant to meet this person, right? I feel like you were like say you were gonna meet this person here, but you made a decision to go this way instead, and so instead you made a detour, and so now you're not gonna meet this person here. You're gonna go this detour and do all that extra shit that you could have probably avoided if you would have went the other way and just went straight. But instead you turned, and so now you have to wait till now to meet this person. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it happens like that. Like, it's gonna happen regardless. Like, what's for you is for you. Like, people might be able to delay the process. You might be able to even delay the process. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the only person that can stop you from anything is yourself anyway. So you might be able to delay the process, but I feel like at the end of the day, what's meant for you is for you. It's gonna happen. It's fated. Like, I feel like if it's your destiny, it's your destiny. If it's divine, it's gonna happen. There's If it's divinely guided, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? In divine timing. But I also, with that being said, I feel like with that, making the decision at the crossroads with a lot of things, like it could just be something as simple as like, oh, should I wear the heels tonight or should I wear the flats? Like, something that simple, I feel like creates different realities, if you will, or like parallel universes that kind of continuously stem on from each other, like in fragmented situations that are all like kind of like simultaneously happening at the same time. And when you get in alignment, that's when you like meet that right person or meet that person that you were supposed to meet, that's for you to meet, if that makes sense. When you hop in that right timeline, my brain be all over the place. I think crazy as hell, and I really just hope you really get what I mean. Like, it's like, okay, there's multiple timelines happening all at once, simultaneously. Simultane- Simultaneously. You feel me? At the same time. Like, multiple dimensions, parallel universes. And I feel like when you go to these crossroads and you make a certain decision with one thing or the other, you either continue on this one or you start another one, but then a version of you continues on this one. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like two stories, or maybe even a billion stories, because this didn't happen a billion times. But I feel like you get to choose, out of all these different possibilities and all of these different stories or different outcomes, you get to kind of choose when you make the certain decisions, and you can get yourself back in alignment. I just saw 1415, but you can get yourself back in an alignment to where you are on a decent timeline to something that you've created, if that makes sense. And when, because I feel like what the fuck is right or wrong, right? But when you doing, when you keep getting the confirmation, and it's like the evidence. And that is when those coincidences pop up, or little things or little signs to just show you. You know what I mean? And me, I like to do little things like play with the universe or the God, or however I don't know what you believe in or whatever the case may be, but I definitely believe in a higher power. I call it source. You know what I mean? God, source. Like God is literally like limiting that power energy so much when it's so infinite, and it's such an undescribing love. By calling it God is just such a limiting thing, so I do like to call it source. But I like to play games with source all the time, and it's like how you know that there is a higher power. Like those who are atheists out there, you probably wouldn't even click on this fucking channel, honestly, because the vibration isn't even there. But those who are atheists, or if you have friends who are atheists, literally tell them to do things like question source. Like, because once you start doing things like questioning source, like not in like a, like, I mean, play with source, I should say, because that's, I said a long time ago, I fucking hate words. Like, I just can't wait till we can just talk. Like, I could just be looking and we just connecting. But I play with source, and I make it like I literally like to do things like, okay, if you are listening to me, or if you're there, send me a yellow butterfly. You know what I mean? And it might not be right there, but a day or two, I'll see that yellow butterfly. You know what I mean? And it'll be fucking freezing outside, and I'll see the yellow butterfly. It'll be pouring rain outside. I'll see it. You know what I mean? And so, or just different things like that. Just play with like different things. Come up with your own. You know what I mean? Come up with your own ways to just figure out like how real source is, because the evidence is fucking there. It just be like the evidence be there. You be seeing everything. Like I just said in my last video, when you trust, like so many miraculous things happen. Like people are like, magic is not real. Magic is so real. Only because it's like certain things, nothing is ever coincidence. And the way that things happen, you know what I mean? The way that things happen, you have to understand that there's an infinite intelligence behind everything. Like flowing, like just through this thing. Gotta understand that there's an infinite intelligence, and you have to understand literally down to the grass and the wind and the planets and the stars, and how everything is set and not crumbling and crashing and booming. Like it's literally so strategically set. Like the mind of an infinite intelligent being created this shit. I don't know how the fuck I just ended up here. Yeah, because the evidence. Like, and that's why I be talking about it so strongly. And this video was completely about coincidence, but I just started talking about how great source is and how intelligent source is. Well, that's what being friends with me is like. 1909. But that's what being friends with me is like. Literally, I have this one friend that we could talk for hours. And because the conversation never stops, like we just layer the topics and go deeper and deeper. Like I feel like it's so fun. It's so stimulating to talk about just the way that you look at things or perceive things. But either way it go, the fact that I just lost where I was talking about and got so deep, maybe that was a message for somebody. Not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. No, seriously though, but this is just a random one. Random. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for coming back to Let's Talk Taboo. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for everything. I really hope that you left more expanded than what you came. I really hope that you're questioning a little more, thinking a little more, doing a little more. But I love you. Thank you so much.